What's going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and before we get to our review, we're going to show you something Bill picked up at Santa Fe Comic-Con.
Nice banner, huh?
Go ahead, brother.
It's from the Albuquerque Comic-Con back in January, and it's Alex Vincent's banner. And he signed it, of course, right over there by Bronco.
And he actually won this at a silent auction for $60.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking cool, don't you think? Alright, guys, well, we're going to send you over to the review. Just wanted to show this off.
Hell yeah.
What is going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo.
And Bill.
And today we are discussing Doom Annihilation from 2019. A brand new Doom movie, guys. And yes, we are talking about Doom, the video game series.
Yes.
So if you are a fan of this video game or just a fan of demonic science fiction horror, this is a movie for you and definitely the review you need to be watching.
Yes. And in fact, the critics really hate this film, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah, this, I've actually talked to a couple friends about this movie so far, and they said that, the trailer didn't look so good, it looks a little... Trust me, this movie takes that fucking Rock movie and wipes its ass with it and throws it in the garbage.
That Rock movie is so bad.
Yeah. This movie is fucking really good, actually. And it actually is pretty true to the mythology of Doom. And we get a lot of different stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over who did this film. Directed by Tony Gigley and starring our main... I think that's how it's pronounced.
Giggly.
Our main character, Lieutenant Dark, is played by Amy Manson. Our story is that a group of space marines battles demons and demonically possessed entities on a moon called Phobos. And yeah, basically it's Doom.
It is.
It's basically Doom.
That's what it is.
We don't have our main character soldier from the video games, but who knows where this might go? We don't know what's going to happen next.
No.
We talked about how this does kind of stick to the games. It may not be the exact same story, but we get a lot of the Easter eggs, we get a lot of the weapons, we get all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it is actually considered a reboot of the Doom franchise. And if it does well, we'll get some sequels.
I hope we do.
Which I really hope we do as well. Lieutenant Dark, also known as Lieutenant Joanne Dark. Her character was inspired by crossing Joan of Arc, and hence Joanne Dark, and Lieutenant Ripley from Aliens.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's where they got the idea for her character. And honestly, like you said, I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
I love this
We're
movie.
both fans of the game.
Oh, yeah.
So, as fans of the game, let's start with that. As fans of the game, where did it hit on that was good for the game? Let's start with that before we get into our personal pros and cons.
Okay. One thing I really liked, like you said, Easter eggs. The colored key cards. Remember that?
From the video game?
Like, oh, I've got the wrong fucking colored key card to get through this door. I gotta go find the right one.
And for me, the sets and the doors, the entire facility looked like it came out of one of the Doom facilities.
It does.
It looked really good. The weapons.
Yes. You get your classic weapons, your shotgun. We even have the chainsaw making.
And I always wonder why we needed a chainsaw in space where there's no wood, but I wondered that back on Doom too, so.
Yeah, I kind of wondered that when we saw it in the movie. What the fuck did they...
It's just because it's in the game, but I always wonder why it was in the game.
True.
Just because it's a cool weapon, I guess.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. It was fun to use. And then, of course, the famous BFG.
Yep.
Big fucking gun.
Hell yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff. If you are a Doom fan, there's a lot of stuff in this movie just for you.
Yep.
Even the creatures are Doom creatures. Yeah. They look like Doom creatures. Now, let's get into our personal pros and cons. Let's start with our cons, and I'm going to start with mine.
Okay.
We did not get all of the Doom creatures. got basically one.
We got two, actually.
Well, yeah, one mostly, and then...
We got the zombies.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We got the zombies. That's, and that's basic in the Doom games. You have your zombie humans running around, and we got the fireball dude.
Right, and that's our basic bad guy throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But it is shown in the end of the film. We're not going to give everything away. Kind of like leading into what could come next. Also, the director, when asked on social media, where are these other characters, he said, wait for the sequel. Now, here's my plea to all of the Doom fans out there and all the horror fans. Because this, unlike that rock movie, was a horror movie. Yes. It is a horror sci-fi action film, and it is damn good.
It is.
Even if you're not a fan of the Doom franchise, this is a good horror sci-fi action film. Go and see this movie. Not see it in theaters. It's not in theaters. Go and pick this movie up.
Yes.
Get it to have good sales so we can get that sequel.
Exactly. That way we can get more of the baddies from the Doom video game. Because that was a big con for me for this film was, where are all the other Doom monsters? Where are they? We only have the zombies and the fireball dudes.
He did say that if they get that sequel, we will see them.
We'll get to see more of them.
So here's hoping, That was technically my only con.
Well, I have just one other con besides that. There was some of the acting I thought could have been better. I
thought it was pretty good for no-name people.
I did too, but a couple times I'm like, oh. Come on, take an acting class.
Well, it's technically a low-budget film. It happens.
It does.
Well, I don't know how low budget. I don't know what the budget was. This is what was it? Paramount or Universal? This is Universal, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I can't find
It's not an independent film.
I can't find the friggin' movie.
Yeah, it's not an independent film. This is made by the people that did the other Doom movie. Yeah. It's much lower budget and done with no-name actors, but honestly, I think that benefits it here.
Yeah.
We didn't have to cater to The Rock changing things or whatever. And sacrificing story.
Yes. So. All right, my first pro, we've already gone over this a little bit, but it is the fact that we did stick a lot better to the video game story and the weaponry and all that and the little key cards. We've already really touched on this, but this is a huge pro for me because we both grew up with the PC Doom playing this game.
Doom 2, Doom 3D.
Yes.
And
we love this.
Finally, years later, we finally got Doom 3, which is awesome.
Yeah. The new Doom game, I haven't played it, but you said it was kind of...
It's good. It's just basically the same thing over again. And in my opinion...
Just with better graphics?
A little better graphics, and it's really... and I'm a pretty good gamer, but it's pretty tough. It's a tough game.
Oh, I thought the one they... Was it the Xbox...
Xbox One is the one I have. Oh, the Part 3? See, I didn't think Part 3 was that tough. I got through Part 3 pretty easily.
I didn't think it was that tough either, but just some parts of it.
Yeah, it seems like it takes way longer to shoot and kill some of these creatures than it did in some of the other games.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this movie also does. Some of these creatures take some killing. I mean, it takes some killing. It takes some bullets to get them down. And I don't mean just one bullet. It takes some bullets.
To make them
down. And I thought that also stuck to the game because all the games have been kind of known for being that way.
Yeah.
The original first couple were just bam, bam. But even as the bosses got harder,
But that's the way. That's the way things like that develop.
Right. I'm also with the story. I really thought it was a simple story.
Yes.
But it was a good story, and it stuck to the video game plot for the most part, and it made it so it wasn't so hard to follow, but you could also bite into what you were saying or what they were doing, and I liked that. And I liked that they made it to where it was geared, and you could definitely tell it's geared towards fans of the video game, but people that have never played the game or never experienced any part of the game,
they'll still like it.
Can watch this and enjoy it as a horror science fiction.
Yes.
And I'm down. I liked it.
Hell yeah.
even the CGI, which is kind of usually a negative for us in horror.
Yeah, it is. It wasn't
bad.
Horrible.
No, they had pretty decent CGI.
They actually did a decent job of it.
With the CGI, it was a sci-fi movie too. It even actually hit me with a jump scare once. I even got I was like, oh shit.
Oh, what part was that?
I can't remember right now, but I think it was the part on the cockpit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. I just was kind of off guard. I really wasn't thinking it was coming, and it hit me. So I was like, "Oh, damn, okay."
Nice.
Nice. I don't mind jump scares though. I mean, a lot of people in our horror community they talk down on jump scares. I only talk down on jump scares if they're overused. If all the movie is jump scares, but once in a while, a jump scare can be fun. You like that feeling a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I can get down with that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, then my next pro would have to be, I'm going to go into it right now, with gore and practical effects. The practical effects that they used in this film were great.
Yep,
the makeup for the zombies was nice. It wasn't cheesy. It was good looking. And
the blood and gore effects was great effects. They did some great blood and gore. I love the body parts. I love everything, splatter. Yeah. It was good. And it was filmed real well. I liked the cinematography in this.
Yes.
And when we got that good blood and gore, it looked really good on camera. Like when we got a splatter on the wall, it looked really nice. It was shot very well. Yes. Things were done well. Overall, and that was something that really boggled my mind when I was doing research on the movie. Some of the critics said that it had it looked like low budget and it filmed like it was not very well developed. The development of the film wasn't very good. And I was like, what fucking film are they watching? This looks fucking good. It didn't look bad to me. It didn't look like low budget and badly developed.
It wasn't fucking Titanic, so they don't fucking like it.
But the sets were nice. Things were done well. Yes. It didn't look like somebody was standing behind the door, old Star Trek style, with a stick to slide it back and forth. It looked good. I thought it looked good. So I don't know what they fucking want. Maybe you're right. Maybe they want it to be fucking Avatar, but it looks fucking good.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's just nasty. Ugh.
You're not into blue cat-like people fucking each other with their tails?
No, I'm not into Fern Gully in space. No. No, not into that. Alright, my next pro for this film is also kind of going along with the story of this film. And I like to call it, send the pawns in first. You don't see the Fireball guys for quite a while.
The reveal of them was a little later.
The zombies first. And it was like, send in the expendable troops before we get to something a little harder. And I think that's also why, saying that there could be a sequel, and then we'll get to see more, even more of the bigger baddies.
Well, and it kind of builds structure, too. Yeah. I mean, it's like Jaws. They didn't see the shark till the end. Now, part of that was due to the way the shark looked, because of the, Bruce didn't work too well. But, I mean, it builds a structure. It builds the movie, and I think they did well with that.
And it could build a franchise out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of our Fireball Warriors, I loved the creature design.
Ooh,
they took the classic video game design and they gave it a really nice look.
Yeah.
It looked really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought it was great.
Was that your last pro for the film?
No, I got one more.
Got one more?
Yep.
I got one more, too.
Go ahead.
All right. My last pro for this film is, during the film, it seems like they're being herded towards a central location. And I kind of like that about this film, because at first it doesn't seem that way, and then you're like, oh, they're being herded somewhere. And then we get to the place they're being herded, and it's, there's a lot of fun waiting for everybody that's left.
Bill and I don't usually shy away from spoilers, but being that this is a really new movie, I mean, it just came out like last week.
Not last week, a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago now, whatever.
Like a month,
when we watched it, it was last week, but it's been a while because I was sick, and then we just couldn't get together on time and, whatnot.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into all the plot spoilers and give the whole movie away. Go and experience this movie for yourself. One thing that I do want to say about this movie, though, and it's my final pro, is I like that this Doom is a fucking horror movie.
Yes!
It is a horror movie. It feels like you're being stalked sometimes. It feels like you're about to jump out of your seat. It is a horror film.
It's not an action film.
There is
only.
action in it.
But it's not only
but it's not,
an action
it's
film.
not that fucking rock bullshit, fucking whatever that was. It is about demonic creatures, and it is a horror movie.
Yes. That's what we want.
I don't want to spoil too much, but we even get a glimpse into hell. I liked it. Well, in the movie anyways. So that's it though, guys. We liked the movie.
Yes.
Go and check out Doom Annihilation.
Please.
Yeah,
check it out.
I want the sequel. I do, so go and watch the movie.
And believe us, if we don't like something, we're going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bother. But this one, yes. Check it out, please.
Yep. In the meantime, this is BroncoJuggalo saying peace.
And Bill saying good night.
Maniac. 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 Maniac.